Well, tonight the PM is facing calls to report himself to the Anti-Corruption Commission over claims that he solicited Qantas upgrades. All of this comes amid revelations about exactly what goes on in the exclusive Chairman's Lounge.
As the opposition continued to stick the boot into the PM over Qantas kickbacks today,
we have a Prime Minister who is more interested in the perks of the job than doing the job.
Did he pick the phone up to Alan Joyce and ask for the free upgrades or not? It's a pretty simple question to answer.
I actually think this whole matter is a really significant beat-up. We know that Peter Dutton has accepted lots of free upgrades, including free flights.
It's now been revealed the vast majority of our pollies, 90% to be exact, are also members of the exclusive, invite-only Chairman's Lounge.
Pollies of all stripes are in there because Qantas are playing the long game. When you're the bigger half of a duopoly, you want to be right there with the people who are making the decisions about that duopoly.
But politicians aren't the only movers and shakers Qantas wants to impress.
You can count on the staff being unctuous and the guests being rich and smug and self-contained and powerful. They bring in the big business people, they bring in the union leaders, and they want people who are spending a lot of money on travel.
And this afternoon, revelations. The heads of the brand new federal anti-corruption watchdog have also accepted membership.
It's strategic and it's deeply dodgy.
So what the bloody hell is so special about this fancy airport waiting room?
You go in and there's this intimate club-like ambience. They know who you are. It's all timber and marble and lovely. They will fawn around you and treat you like a star, and they will upgrade you.
And all that before we've even talked about the dining.
The food is a la carte. If you ring in advance, you can get special meals. The wines are superb, they're Australian, and they'll often give you a bottle of wine when you leave. It's really terrific. It's terrific.
So, is it okay for our pollies to lap up the epic perks of this exclusive club? Or do they belong back in the terminal with the rest of us?
It's a work perk, right? I think we all have some sort of work perks, so I just take it.
We pay them good money, and they shouldn't have just that right because they're a politician or whatever to go there.
They should absolutely be in there.
Oh, OK.
I don't want a politician out with me in the line at Boost Juice, talking just on the phone. Yeah, mate, get the submarines. Hold on. Is that my mango magic? No, you're the Prime Minister. You should be somewhere fancy. I'd be disgusted if Albo's next to me in 17B.
Yeah.
You're the Prime Minister. Get in a better room.
I love this.
So there's part of this, right? I see the argument, right? They do these important jobs, pollies, judges. Maybe the phone calls are confidential, so separate space is good. But the other side of this is the airlines aren't doing it because they're just nice people, right?
They're not.
But there's some kind of expectation over time that you develop a relationship of affection towards them. And then ultimately, depending on whether you arrive as Prime Minister or Transport Minister, you might then have some influence to bear, and I think that's the question that's being asked. To what extent did this shape decisions taken by our leaders, the fact that they were getting this kind of hospitality?
I still think if I saw Albo out there at the gate going, what's the Wi-Fi password? I've got to send the new nuclear codes. It'd be a disgrace.
I think I care less about the Chairman's Lounge, but if you're Transport Minister, it does start to get a little bit murky when you're accepting upgrades to business on private family holidays. That's the only thing I kind of...
Well, he's got to talk about transport.
Rightly or wrongly, though, this is a politician that has kind of made his name and brand really on being, of the people. Like the Albo brand is very different to the Scott Morrison or Malcolm Turnbull brand. And I think maybe why this is picked up as a story is because this doesn't sit that comfortably with that brand.
I've got a lot of friends that grew up in Housing Commission. None of them would knock back free beers at an airport. That's all I'm saying.
It also doesn't sound that good, right? 70 politicians and Steve Price. I'm staying in the food court.
Back,
he loves me.